In the vast expanse of New Eden, where the clash of empires and the ambitions of capsuleers reverberate through the stars, a seemingly innocuous beverage took center stage. Quafe Corporation, a titan in the interstellar beverage industry, sought to revolutionize the market with Quaff Plus, a new product promising unparalleled flavor and addictiveness. But what started as a promising venture soon descended into a corporate nightmare, shrouded in secrecy, manipulation, and a dark underbelly that threatened to consume everything it touched. At the heart of this tale lies Lost Stars, Inc., a once humble business dedicated to providing closure and solace to those affected by the chaos of capsuleer conflicts. Led by Yosef, a man driven by a genuine desire to aid those touched by tragedy, Lost Stars found itself entangled in a web of events that would forever change its trajectory. The acquisition by Quafe Corporation marked a turning point, as profit and control took precedence over compassion and service. As the story unfolds, we delve into the pages of Yosef Valera's journal, capturing his growing disillusionment and loss of control over the company he founded. Valera's entries reveal the initial noble intentions behind Lost Stars, the company's evolution to a profitable enterprise, and the moral compromises made along the way. The journal also unveils the enigmatic figure of Gaia Raylan, a charismatic and manipulative force within Quafe Corporation, whose thirst for power and control drives the company's transformation. Amidst this turmoil, a chilling incident comes to light. A clandestine act of theft and deception involving stolen biomass and a clandestine identity. The incident report sheds light on the dark secrets hidden within the bowels of the Quafe Corporation, exposing the twisted motives and illegal activities that threaten to unravel everything. Within the narrative, we witness the rise of Quafe Plus's popularity, driven by a mysterious flavoring agent sourced from a specific solar system in pure blind. The addictive nature of the beverage triggers a surge in demand, captivating consumers and driving them into a frenzy. Yet behind the scenes, questions arise about the true nature of the biomass used in its production and the machinations of Quafe Corporation's upper echelons. As we explore the full story of Quafe Plus's catastrophic failure, we uncover the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and corporate greed. The tale serves as a cautionary reminder that even in the boundless realms of New Eden, where immortality is within grasp, the darkness of human nature can cast a long and harrowing shadow. Join us on this journey as we unravel the secrets, betrayals, and the ultimate downfall of Quafe Plus's grand ambition. A tale that exposes the ugly truth beneath the sparkling facade of corporate success. Following are the collected evidence in this story, presented in chronological order, offering a comprehensive account of the events that unfolded. Through a compilation of emails, interrogations, and news posts, the truth behind Quafe Plus's catastrophic failure is unveiled, shedding light on the dark underbelly of corporate machinations and the human cost of unchecked ambition. Prepare to delve into a world where secrets lurk and the consequences of deceit reverberate throughout New Eden. From Design Olat, Internal Affairs, Quafe Corporation 2. Poya Veladilit, CEO, Quafe Corporation. Subject: Post-mortem investigation of failed product Quafe Plus.
Sir, we have concluded our research pertaining to the failed launch of the product Quafe Plus. Enclosed our initial research and preliminary documents for your perusal. We have stopped production of this product before it could hit distribution. All implicated parties have been dealt with in proper fashion. The authorities have not been contacted. Ger Aeon is no longer with the company. The investigation will conclude in the next week after the guilty parties have been remasked. Please find below the investigation's core documentation.
From the Journal of Yosef Valera, Sept. 12, YC111.
I sold out today, and I could not be happier. Via Dilit's office sent me their newest offer, and I couldn't turn them down. It was more than generous for my fleet of junkers. Those Quaff bastards are losing their touch the bigger they get. Either that or they're desperate for the biomass. Quaff Plus must be behind schedule. I don't know why they want us to keep at the morgue runs. All I can gather is that it's to keep an emotional face on that lumbering beast of a conglomerate.
For immediate release, Quafe Corporation's merges with Lost Stars, Inc. Lursaten, the Quafe Corporation, through its affiliated development group Quafe Enterprises, has completed their merger with Lost Stars, Inc., a Federation-based funerary services agency that specializes in cleaning up the aftermath of starship engagements throughout the Galante Federation. The companies agreed to a merger agreement in which Lost Stars will join the myriad companies comprising Quafe Enterprises' burgeoning business conglomeration. Lost Stars, Inc. was founded in IC16 by Yosef, who started the business with his son Parim. From the corporation's beginnings, as a single frigate retrieving the bodies of crew members from dead space pockets, Lost Stars, Inc. currently maintains a fleet of over 2,000 ships, many custom designed for deep space retrieval missions. Through the deal, Lost Stars will provide an important role in Quafe Enterprises' new industrial services division. "We are proud to be a part of the Quafe family," says Lost Stars President Veillor. "We hope to provide a human element to Quafe to show that there's more to the corporation than beverages." From the Journal of Yosef Veillor, March 20, IC 112.
I'm worried about Parimi. I thought that maybe he'd get better in this new environment. His messages are sullen and terse to me, at least much more than usual. I made sure the Quafe suits didn't audit his files, and I transferred him to a new ship. I've done all I can to keep him safe and out of trouble. What am I doing wrong? Parim tried to convince me that this was a bad deal, that I'd hurt him if I went through with it. He doesn't have much to stand on. He sold me his shares the last time he got in trouble. It was the only way I could keep his problems quiet. This business was his idea. That's why I still keep him on staff, even if he's under an assumed name. I have to keep him close to me. I love him too much. This will be a good change for him. I know it.
An excerpt from the new acquisition progress report. Lost Stars, Inc., a Quafe Corporation company. Q2 IC 12 estimated numbers. Average number of bodies retrieved from dead space locations. 5,000. Average number of bodies retrieved from capsuleer engagements, 30 ships destroyed. 1,000. Average requests for individuals to be retrievals per engagement. 100. Most biomass retrieved from these locations consist of Starship crew members who did not survive the engagement. Their ship's hull was breached before they could escape through escape pods. This recovered biomass is often unrecognizable, exposed as it is to the vacuum of space. When requests to retrieve individual bodies from this wreckage come through, the price is often well above normal for funeral costs. Upper-income families are the overwhelming majority of clients for Lost Stars, as they wish to give their relatives lost to Starship engagements a proper burial. The Servant Sisters of Eve are also major clients, providing donations to underprivileged families to pay for retrieval and funeral costs. From the Journal of Yosef Veillor, April 10, 112.
They've done wonders with my ships. Repairs on all the ships, new crews, new equipment. Like new salvage drones. For about half of the ships at least. No more spacewalks, death marches as the crews used to call them. Now they can send those drones out to fetch the corpses instead of sending my men out there. Galante liberty means freedom from dangerous work, right? I'm expecting that within a year we'll have all the ships fitted with these new modules. That'll probably mean massive layoffs at that time. That's the price of safety.
Personal files. Biography of Gay Allen, project lead for Quaff Plus. Ilan was born to a family of miners in a deep cavern mining community on Manor. Both of his parents were killed in a deep core explosion when Ilan was 8 years old. He lived with relatives and family friends throughout Manor until he turned 18. Though impoverished throughout his childhood, he had a natural talent for learning and eloquence beyond his years. When he was of age, he attended the University of Cale on a full scholarship, graduating at the top of his class with a degree in marketing. He entered the Federation's corporate world in a blaze, founding several small companies and turning them into instant successes. Some of the corporations folded shortly after Elon left them, but a few still remain as part of Quafe Enterprises conglomeration. Elon became the youngest project lead in the history of the Quafe company at the age of 31. Elon was the initiator of the Quaff Plus project. In order to secure enough biomass for the flavoring agent, he had Quafe purchase Lost Stars, Inc. From the Journal of Yosef Veillor, April 30, IC 112.
Parim's getting worse. I've barely spoken to him in the last month. He's angry with me. He must be. To him, it was always about helping people. Am I losing sight of that? No, I can't be. I'm helping more people than ever. Progress does nothing but good to people. That's why Parim wanted me to start this company with him, or at least that was the front he put on. We had lost his mother to one of these engagements. She and I were divorced by that point. Irreconcilable differences. But Parim loved her so much, and it broke his heart when she started working as an engineer for those big new starships. She had only been working the space lanes for about a year when her ship was destroyed in a capsuleer engagement. Total destruction of the thorax on which she was stationed. 4 eggers caught the ship by surprise in an asteroid belt in Intaki. They tore the ship apart before all of the escape pods could get away. Vereen didn't make it out. We tried several times to reach the capsuleer in charge of that thorax, pleading for him to help us recover her body so we could give it a proper burial. He never returned our messages. Parima was barely a man by that point, but he still had a child's temper. He went into his dark rage, the worst I've ever seen him. I lost contact with him for about a month. It was only when the hospital contacted me that I knew he was alive. Though he was badly beaten, almost to the point of death. He never told me where he went, but that didn't matter. I was just happy to know he was alive. That's when he proposed the business to me. I couldn't turn the boy down, so I promised to give it a shot, regardless of the cost. Anything to keep him safe and close.
An excerpt from a speech by J.R. Allen to investors.
Quaff Plus represents the evolution of soft drinks in New Eden. With Quaff Plus, we hope to turn our marketed beverages from leisure products to dietary staples. We're in a want market where consumers want our product on an almost daily basis to quench their thirst, but we must expand past this point and turn our product into a need market. We must have people needing Quaff Plus, demanding it for their very sake. This need does not have to be a physical dependency, mind. We're not some seedy organization like the Serpentis. Rather, this is a cultural need, a spiritual need. Quaff Plus is the culmination of the familiar, a sociogenetic need for any culture. We envision this product as absolutely necessary for progress into the future. And for that, my dear investors, I reveal to you Quaff Plus's marketing campaign. It's entitled Quafe Plus, a familiar taste for a better tomorrow. We will begin our campaign at the end of this year and start selling the product in the Genesis region next year.
From the Journal of Yosef, April 30, IFC 112.
We never wanted to make a profit, but we did over time. There were just too many ships out there and too much destruction not to grow our business. Even though the capsuleers took control of the ship, they still needed a crew. And when they got into their territorial pissing matches, when those demigods started to destroy each other en masse, that's when business started picking up. While the eggers could lose their ship and their pod and wake up in a cloning vat somewhere, their crew members were not so lucky. When that starship exploded, and it almost always exploded, if you didn't get into your escape pod quick enough, you were lost in the black, forgotten, disgorged, alone. That's where we came in. We could empathize. We knew what it was like to lose a loved one to the dark void. Vereen wasn't lucky enough to have a funeral, but others could be, and we provided that service. It was dangerous work. We lost about 20 of our workers on the death marches. But it gave someone closure. We didn't want to be profitable, but there was too much business to be had. The business was all about collecting the dead, harvesting the forgotten. We collected millions of bodies over the years. We did our best to categorize them and contact the next of kin, and the technology grew quickly over the years. DNA scanners, facial reconstruction simulators, biomass regenerators, and biological recursion solvents aided in identifying the lost souls. But not everyone could pay our prices. We were still a business after all. Most of the time, though, we either couldn't find a next of kin or the family didn't care about our recovery. That's when we sold the bodies for biomass, human recycling at its nadir. And that's when Quafe became interested in us.
Excerpted transcript of meeting between Dr. Samuel Tuvu, Director of Research, and Rizvevs Borikon, Marketing Manager. April 14, YC 112, from Internal Communications Network and Surveillance Unit.
How are the focus groups responding to the new flavoring agents?
They can't get enough of it. Product demand within 12 hours of consumption is up 300s. It's like they're addicted to Quafe Plus. I've never seen anything like it. Your team has done wonders. This is practically alchemy you've discovered, Doctor.
It was surprisingly simple to produce the requisite flavoring agents. To be completely honest, once we found the proper source for biomass, it was a matter of fiddling with the chemical compounds.
Where are you getting your biomass from? What's so special about this biomass anyway?
Quafe Enterprises is supplying it to us. Yer Aeon says that it's specific to one solar system somewhere in pure blind. I don't ask too many questions. Biomass is biomass, to be honest. Besides, we're already behind schedule on this project already, and we would be even more behind if we didn't find that flavoring agent.
Is Vila Delay aware of any of this?
We're keeping him posted on progress, but not really giving him too many details. The old man's too caught up in developing enterprises to really care about the product even more.
All he cares about is results, anyway. Frankly, that's all that matters in this world. This product is rather low on the totem pole, but I see the potential for it to revolutionize the company. Maybe that will catch his attention.
Personnel files. Biography of Samuel Tuvo, Director of Research for Quafe. Samuel Tuvo served as the Director of Research for the Quaff Plus project, playing a crucial role in its development and success. Tuvo led a team of researchers in discovering the highly addictive flavouring agents that propelled Quaff Plus to unprecedented popularity. His scientific expertise and innovative approach were instrumental in creating a product that captivated consumers. Tuvo disclosed that Quafe Enterprises supplied the biomass required for the flavouring agents as per Dairy Allen's instructions. While Tuvax admitted to not delving into the specifics of the biomass source, he emphasized the importance of meeting project deadlines and perfecting the flavouring agent. Tuvo acknowledged providing updates to a high-ranking individual, presumed to be Villa Dillett, without sharing extensive details. Incident Report, Lost Stars, Inc., a division of Quafe Corporation biomass recovery ship. Eulogy, May 10th, Yukon 112. In the early hours of May 10th, Yukon 112, several crewmen aboard this vessel discovered an employee, Amom Delvia, to be stealing biomass from the storage facility aboard the ship. Delvia was found in an unoccupied sector of the ship, formerly the ship's galley, before the Eulogy was owned by Quafe Corporation, hiding more than 20 bodies in a storage freezer. This sector of the ship was restricted to authorized personnel only, though ship logs report that almost no crew member besides Delvia had entered the area in at least 4 months. According to the ship's security investigation, the stolen biomass was preserved with embalming liquids and DNA purifiers stolen from Lab C. Each preserved body maintained most of its structural integrity, and each body was formerly female. Most of the bodies contained some wounds and discoloration throughout the torso area, though the causes of these markings are unknown. Significant traces of Delvia's DNA have been found on some of the bodies as well. By ship protocol, intact biomass is considered a premium and as such is closely recorded. However, as Delvia was one of the few spacewalkers on board, his biomass collection was never fully recorded, which explains how he managed to collect so many bodies undetected. The spacewalking regiment on board the Eulogy has been dismissed entirely, and the ship is currently docked and will be fitted with biomass recovery drones within the next few weeks. Amom Delvia has been taken into custody by Quafe Security, who have performed a complete background check. Delvia was operating as an employee of Lost Stars, Inc. Under an assumed identity. His real name is Paraim Vayulor, son of Lost Stars President Yosef Vayulor, and a wanted fugitive within the Federation for the crimes of unlawful harvesting of biomass, assault and battery, and a classified charge under the Dead Rights Amendment. Security personnel found very few possessions in his bunk area, a few changes of clothes, multiple IDs for other assumed identities, and a picture of an Intaki woman. There was also a falchion, a plasma knife commonly found among manor gangs, hidden beneath his bunk. The recovered biomass has been destroyed to preserve the integrity of the corporation's product identity. This matter will be dealt with internally, and no federal authority is to be notified of Vayulor's crimes against the corporation. From the Journal of Yosef Vayulor, June 4, IC 112.
I don't have much control over my company anymore, at least not the way I wanted. I guess that's what I get for selling out. I'm still in charge of the business's daily operations, but I have no control over its direction. The suits are in charge of that now. It's not about helping people anymore. I can't even tell what they're doing with the biomass anymore. Elion keeps shutting me out of those conversations. Our operating efficiency has gone through the roof, and we're collecting more bodies than ever. It helps when there's more capsuleers in the sky to blast one another into oblivion. But now I'm just being morbid. I've been cut off from all of my business partners and all the recycling plants that we had deals with. Hell, I can't even talk to the sisters anymore. They're still our customer, but they go straight through Alion's office at this point. That brash bastard, he's trying to take too much control. He should stick to his stupid Quaff Plus project and leave us be. And to make matters worse, I can't even get in contact with Parimi. I hope he's okay.
Internal Memorandum from Guy Rallon, Project Lead Quaff Plus. 2. Dr. Simuel Tuvu, Director of Research, and Michael Thlelux, President Quafe Enterprises.
Tuvo and Thelo, we have increased our production of biomass for your flavouring agents. Efficiency within the Lost Stars operation is up nearly 200. We have added more ships to our fleet and expanded our harvesting range to include Republic space. We are also looking to purchase the regional biomass retrieval service, Bountiful Harvests, from Boundless Creation within the next few months. With the increase in harvesting operations, we should acquire enough biomass to meet demand of Quafe Plus upon launch, as long as your team can produce the flavouring agent in time. I will keep you updated. So far, nobody is aware of the agent's source, though Internal Affairs has been asking questions lately. I'm not worried, though. We kept Violor around for a reason.
From the Journal of Yosef Vaj, June 30th, ECC 112.
I sold out, and I'm getting exactly what I deserve. I haven't talked to Parim in months. I'm getting blackballed from all executive meetings, and Internal Affairs is breathing down my neck for reasons I cannot understand. I just wanted to help people, to soothe them when they lost someone close to them. Why is this happening to me? I have a meeting with Thelo and Allion tomorrow. The suits don't seem happy with me or how Lost Stars is operating. I don't know why they're blaming me. Alan's the one that's stonewalling me. I'll find out what he wants tomorrow. In fact, I think it's time I stand up to that bastard. I've been out of the loop for too long. I need to stand firm, take charge, and steer Lost Stars back to the proper course, the righteous course, the course I started with Parim. Then I'll take Parime out of hiding and put him back on the executive level with me, back where he belongs. They'll understand why I hit him. Quafe's got the pull to get the charges against him dropped. I'll try one more time to contact Parim after my meeting tomorrow.
Excerpt from the interrogation of Paramavelo. May 30th, UC 112.
Why were you stealing bodies?
The same reason Quafe needs the bodies. I have to fulfill my needs.
How many have you stolen since the merger?
A pittance compared to the amount Quaff has repurposed. Do you even know what they do with the biomass?
We're not here to talk about what your company does. We're here to talk about what you did to the company. Tell me, how many bodies have you stolen?
I can't even count at this point. Everybody's heads are so far up their collective asses that it became too easy. I got greedy, just like Elon.
Give me a rough estimate.
A few dozen, maybe. I only stole them once I got the urges. I'm not healthy, you know.
That's an understatement.
Though I'm nowhere as perverted as your bosses. My sickness stopped at myself. I always gave the bodies a proper burial once I was done with them. But you guys, you're abominations, especially Elon.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Follow the paper trail. See where all this biomass goes once we collect it. Then you'll see who the real criminals are.
Personnel Files. Biography of Parim Varalor, known also as Amam Delvia, is the son of Yosef and Verine Varalor. After his mother's death, Parim approached his father about founding Lost Stars, Inc., a recovery company for the interstellar deceased, so that what happened to their mother's corpse would not happen to others. Sometime after founding the company, Parim developed psychological problems. He committed assault, engaged in unlawful harvesting of biomass, and apparently even performed necrophilia. His father helped him escape under an assumed name, and he began serving on one of Lost Stars, Incy's biomass recovery ships. There he was able to save the corpses of several women and use them for his own perversities. Eventually, he was exposed and arrested by Quafe security, though in hopes of avoiding negative publicity, they did not present the crimes to the government. He was tied to the Quafe Plus fiasco along with his father. From Design Olad, Internal Affairs, Quafe Corporation, 2, Poya Villadilet, Markel Thalu, Rizvez Borican, Simuel Tuvo, Subject, Cease production immediately.
Sirs, after a lead from our security personnel, we have begun investigations into the production of Quaff Plus, particularly its flavouring agents. The source of these agents, originally described as coming from a particular plant in the Purblind region, has been proven false by independent researchers. With the full cooperation of Mr. Thelo, we have investigated the true source of the biomass required to produce these flavouring agents, biomass harvested through Lost Stars, Inc., an entity within Quafe Enterprises that specializes in collecting human remains from Starship engagements We have apprehended the company's president, Yosef, as we believe that he provided the corporation with falsified documents relating to the distribution of his company's harvested biomass. With the help of Dr. Tovo and Mr. Boricon, who have both provided the full documented reports from Mr. Volor and his company, we can state with complete certainty that Volor acted independently of any other entity within Quafe Enterprises and Quafe Corporation as a whole. We have also apprehended his accomplice, Parami Volore, his son and former business partner, who is wanted by federal authorities for crimes committed prior to the merger of Lost Stars in K and Quaff Enterprises. At the request of Internal Affairs, we ask that all development and production of Quafe Plus be halted immediately until such time that we can conclude our investigation.
From Poia Villadilit 2. Michael Thalewix. Subject. No subject.
Michael, where is Gare Long? Our accounting department would like a word with him on his project's investments. He has not reported to work in a week. I want him found and returned to my office, preferably alive. TV.
The downfall of Quafe Plus serves as a sobering lesson on the perils of unbridled ambition. In their ruthless pursuit of profit and success, Quafe Corporation lost sight of ethics and humanity. The fruits of greed leave a bitter aftertaste. Yosef Law's noble aspirations for Lost Stars were corrupted from within by forces seeking only power and control. His journal stands as a testament to compromises that eroded moral foundations. The path to corruption is often incremental, imperceptible until it is too late. Parim Vialaura's disturbing crimes expose the depths to which some will sink to satisfy deviant desires, caring nothing for the lives and dignity of others. His tale is a disturbing reflection of human capacity for evil when unrestrained. The secrets surrounding Quafe Plus peel back the sanitized corporate facade to reveal the ugly machinations beneath. The story illuminates how the relentless pursuit of success can blind people to immorality, breeding disregard for anything but profits. Ultimately, the ambitions that seeded Quafe Plus's beginnings produced only bitter fruits in the end. Its spectacular failure delivers a sobering reminder that in New Eden and beyond, unchecked greed often comes at a dire cost. Though cloaked in respectability, the lust for power and wealth frequently leads down a dark path. The true measure of success lies not in what one has gained, but in the honour and principles retained.